Here is my top 15 characters from Stranger Things Season 3. If you haven't seen them already, I did a ranking of characters from Season 1 and Season 2. Coming in at number 15 is Erica. I don't really have a huge problem with her. She's just not my favorite. I mean, she's a little bratty, which is her character, and that's fine. If you're a bratty character, that's what you're most supposed to be, and you come off that way, sure. But I just got to put her at 15. Coming in at number 14 is Will. Bro didn't do anything this season. I feel like he did more season 1 than he did in this season, and he was in the upside down in season 1. Like, he was no help where he'd go, he's here. We know he's here. He's right there. The building's shaking. The lights are flashing. We know he's here, dude. You're not helping. You gotta give Will something to do. Coming in at number 13 is Lucas. He hasn't he did a little bit in season 1 and a little bit of season 2, and he has little moments, but he doesn't seem to have huge impacts on the show. And in season 2, one of the focuses was him and Max, and that was part of in season 3 a little bit, but really it was only helping Mike. So we didn't even really get that relationship with Max. Coming in at number 12 is Max. It's a little bit of the same reason with Lucas. We do get some with her relationship with Billy, which is nice, but I feel like it wasn't taken, like, it didn't seem to impact her as much. Like, all this stuff happening to Billy. But I do think, I understand it's one of those things where it doesn't really affect you until it's gone. Like, she didn't realize how much she cared for him until he was gone. Coming in at number 11 is Mike. I mean, his whole thing was just really just being broken up from 11, and he didn't do much really outside of that. It was just trying to get 11 back. And this is really one of the only seasons that you kind of Will gets ostracized a little bit. Now Mike still cares, so I don't think he's a bad friend per se. Coming in at number 10 is Murray. I like him as a character. I know other people like him more, and that's great. I think he is a very well done character. Maybe it's just not my preference. Maybe someone else will preference him and have him higher, and I get that. Coming in at number 9 is Joyce. I was surprised to put her this low, because she's been in the top 5 in the past 2 seasons, and she's one of my favorite characters from the show in general. But I don't know, I just didn't like her as much. And to be honest, number 8 is Robin. She's a great character. She's a great introduction. Her relationship with Steve is nice, and she's probably like one of the smartest in the group, and she has a big impact on the plot, unlike Lucas, Will, Mike, or Max, who don't really. Coming in at number 7 is Alexi. Dude, he was such a legend. He is such a legend. Rest in peace. He was such a well done character. I absolutely love him. I wish I put him higher, and I'm kind of mad at myself for not. I don't think he's as good as Bob, though. You know what? I want to do something for him. and for Bob. Give me a second, I'll be right back. There we go. I don't know if you can see it, but it says Wall of Legends. I created a Wall of Legends, and I will be putting legendary characters up there. Rules for it. It has to be natural. And I don't know, we'll have to come up with more rules, like you could be voted off or something. I don't know. But the first addition to the Wall of Legends is Bob from Season 2 of Stranger Things. Holy smokes, I almost fell over. Woo! Shout out Bob! The second inductee into the Wall of Legends is Alexi from Season 3 of Stranger Things. Woo! There we go! The first two on the Wall of Legends. Coming in at number 6 is Hopper. Wow. This seems low for him at 6 because he was number 2 in my past 2 ones. Spoiler alert for Season 1 and Season 2. But it's just, I don't like the characters as much in this season as I do in any of the other seasons. And he's one of those reasons I don't like his whole thing. And he was like one of the most important people to the storyline in getting the correct outcome or whatever in both Season 1 and Season 2. Coming in at number 5 is Billy. Now, it's not amazing. A lot of this is carried about that last or the final episode. Carries it so much. When Eleven's talking to him in his flashbacks and him saving, that alone kind of puts him in the top 5. Coming in at number 4 is Dustin. He was number 2 for me in Season 2. Still one of the best characters. But I just like him a little less this time. Once again, he's away from the party. And he kind of seemed to be separated and make his own party with Steve, Robin, and Erica, where he's kind of the lead. Him and Steve. But he's not with Steve as much. He's with Erica, and they're such a great duo. Coming in at number 3 is Nancy. Nancy does more in this season. She's trying to solve the mystery with the rats, and then her in the hospital was great. My only thing is she with the job, she was a little the fight with Jonathan, right? Wasn't the best. She was kind of in the wrong. He needs the money for his family. His mom works and her job's going out of business, so she may lose that. So he needs to help support, and she got him fired. Coming in at number 2 is the man, the legend, Steve. Dude is such a great character. He develops even more. In this one, he develops, whereas Season 1, you see it at the end, right, where he starts to care more for Nancy and be a little less pushy and understanding. Not that he was ever really pushed her, or I don't think he ever took advantage of Nancy. I think in season 1, Nancy wanted to. So he never did that, but some of the things he let his friends do in season 3 and breaking Jonathan's camera, though he did go to apologize to him. In season 2, we see that continued and amplified and becomes the babysitter of the group, and even more so in season 1 where they're all friends with him. Or season 3, excuse me. In season 3, we see him care less about like just dating and his status, and that goes away more into it. So he's still developing as a character, which is great to see. And at number 1 is 11. I think this is 11's best season. She was really good in season 1. I didn't like her as much as in season 2, but she is really good in season 3. And with her coming into her own self, not being defined by her relationship with Mike, which I think is important, and not being defined in her relationship with Hopper or Papa, or like being controlled by someone. I just realized I forgot to put Jonathan on this list. Does that mean he's not a top 15 character for me? I think he was better than season 2. I don't know. I'd probably put him towards the bottom. My bad, Jonathan. Sorry. That was my rankings of the top 15 characters of Stranger Things season 3. I do think the characters were worse than the first 2 seasons. Alright, I'm going to end the video here. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Alrighty, goodbye.